This is the Play No Games podcast. We the hardest working podcast in Portland, Oregon, man.
Play no
game.
Tell me what you like.
What does he do well?
Davion?
Brownie, right now.
Right now?
Yes. There are clearly transferable skills, not like.
I would say Bronny's biggest asset is,
He's gonna say IQ.
I mean,
Nah.
but I think what he can do right now is shoot too.
You
Bronny
can't
can
shoot for shit.
You crazy?
You cannot shoot for shit.
Not even I know that.
You crazy?
You gonna go off that one McDonald's All-American game? I have 4 years of basketball showing you we cannot shoot consistently.
Bronny, I'm going off the draft.
Again, these are segmented combines where nobody's in the arena and they run around in T-shirts.
Because before, yes, I would agree with you. He couldn't shoot because when I seen him play, he couldn't shoot.
So what are you going to take more credence to this couple workouts within a 2-week span or 5 years worth of basketball that we have?
Because people get better.
All right, fair enough. So when he's not shooting over 35 from three this year, can I just get my apology in the D League?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think he'll start in the D League. He needs to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's the G League.
Hell. He should be playing next week in Summer League, right? So I can call you next.
Absolutely.
When he shoot. Never mind, I'm gonna sound like a hater because I do want the kid to do well, but like I'm real about what he can and cannot do at this point.
Absolutely. And we'll see when he is shooting well. Then I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
Like, hey, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
And when you say shooting well, I don't want just like, oh, he shot 2 for 4 that game.
No.
I don't think he's gonna get that much minutes. If I'm being honest.
If he's not getting that much minutes in Summer League next year, next week, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's just my
Because 2/3 of a Summer League roster will not even
freshman sophomore
will not even make it to camp in October.
Yeah. They're freshmen sophomores usually.
So wait, do we have a bet?
No, not even
that.
A lot of them because we old, but it's just.
Do we have a gentleman's bet going on
About Bronny?
about Bronny's stats in the first Summer League game? Because that will be heavily covered.
First summer league game? I would say average summer, like the summer league.
Are we betting the average or just the game?
No, like over the span of summer league. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
All right, what as far as this PPG, what's the over under?
Ooh, I think he'll average 12.
No. You average
He average like 12 to 15.
Ooh.
12 to 15.
Yeah.
Is it 12 or 15?
12 to 15.
No,
over a span of
I know. Is it 12 or 15?
over.
I'm a bookie, so is.
So over 12.
What's the over under?
Over 12.
Over 12?
Yeah.
He has literally something to say about everything.
Do you know what I did the other weekend with my buddy? We went to every European deli in Vancouver.
Oh!
Just for shits and giggles, a Sunday night or Sunday afternoon.
I also know what you do on the weekends. Mute my mic for a second.
What? What is going on here?
Unmute my mic. So, cause I'm driving in my car, y'all. I'm driving in my car.
I know where this is going. Okay.
I'm driving in my car.
I'm confused.
I kid y'all not. I'm driving and I'm like, what are these white kids up to? And then I see one white kid do this. He goes. He drops his ass. Like he was twerking. I said, who the fuck is that? It's fucking cuz. I was like, he's twerking in these fucking shorts. Downtown. Hey, I kid you not. I'm driving and this is what he's doing. He goes like this. Boom. I said, oh shit. I slowed down. I said, oh shit, whose man's is this? And here's the thing. His friends were gassing him up. I said, wow. I was like, this is what you do on the weekend. Dropping it low on the bridge.
I don't know about that. That far. So I had just gone to the Thai place right there, Khao San. Great place. Fuck that waiter though.
So good to make you drop it low, huh?
Dude, and then across the street we had to. So I was going back to my buddy Siobhan's. He lives on Burnside. So we were taking the Ned Flanders Bridge, and they have a mural to Ned Flanders. And I was reading the mural. I don't remember dropping it. I don't remember doing any of that. And then I all of a sudden this blue Kia goes.
Stop telling people what kind of car I have, okay?
Blue Kia Forte license plate.
Guess what? I can edit this. I'll just blur that out.
But essentially, this blue car comes and goes, wee! And then this guy goes like this, and he's like, and then my friends are like, Cos, look, and I turn, I see Robert, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now?
I said, because I was in shock because I said, this nigga is really twerking on a bridge. Meg Thee Stallion.
$20.
Huh?
$20.
You're damn right.
I'm saying this right now. Meg Thee Stallion, you got some competition.
That's funny.
Cos has some strong
For me, the funniest part about it is Robert stopped and said, "Huh, who is this?"
Yeah. That was an interesting interaction, though. That was I'm literally chilling, and I see Robert.
I gave Cos one thing. There's something he's done I will always keep.
It's not even that big of a deal.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. This second one, no, I can say this shit. I was like, they had my man twerking in the man shorts. I said, and his friends, I don't know what, I think it was
Roz
Austin.
was there.
Was it
Roz
Austin
was
there?
there. Yeah, he was here for the weekend. Yeah.
Was it Austin too?
Austin was there too. Yeah.
I don't know. Not trying to throw some shots. All I know is I stopped and I just saw one dude pumping his arm. I said, "This is unacceptable." That's why I was like, this is what we doing. So all I gotta say is, Cos. That's all I want you to know. You twerking in downtown Portland. I'm not gonna tell mom. But she listens to the show. She got a son that be twerking.
You never know you're never gonna know what you see downtown. Sometimes it's your own friends.
Toot that thing up, Kasi, make it roll.
But
What does he do well?
Davion,
Bronny, right now.
right now,
Yes. There are clearly transferable skills, not like
I would say Bronny's biggest asset is,
he's gonna say IQ.
I mean,
Nah.
but I think what he can do right now is shoot too.
You can't shoot for shit.
You crazy?
You cannot shoot for shit.
Not even I know that.
You crazy?
You gonna go off that one McDonald's All-American game? I have 4 years of basketball showing you we cannot shoot consistently.
Bronny, I'm going off the draft.
Again, these are
combine.
segmented combines where nobody's in the arena and they run around in T-shirts.
Because before, yes, I would agree with you. He couldn't shoot because when I seen him play, he couldn't shoot.
So what are you going to take more credence to this couple workouts within a 2-week span or 5 years worth of basketball that we have?
Because people get better.
All right, fair enough. So when he's not shooting over 35 from three this year, can I just give my apology in the D League?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think he'll start in the D League. He needs to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's the G League.
Hell. He should be playing next week in Summer League, right? So I can call you next.
Absolutely.
When he shoot. Never mind, I'm gonna sound like a hater because I do want the kid to do well, but like I'm real about what he can and cannot do at this point.
Absolutely. And we'll see when he is shooting well. Then I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
Like, hey, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
And when you say shooting well, I don't want just like, oh, he shot 2 for 4 that game.
No.
I don't think he's gonna get that much minutes. If I'm being honest.
If he's not getting that much minutes in Summer League next year, next week, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's just my
Because 2/3 of a Summer League roster will not even
freshman, sophomore.
will not even make it to camp in October.
Yeah. They're freshmen, sophomores usually.
So wait, do we have a bet?
No, not even
going on
that.
between-
Helps a lot of them be old, but it's just
Do we have a gentleman's bet going on
About Bronny?
about Bronny's stats in the first Summer League game? Because that will be heavily covered.
First Summer League game? I would say average Summer, like the Summer
You,
League.
are we betting the average or just the game?
No, like over the span of Summer League? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
all right. What as far as his PPG, what's the over under?
Ooh. I think he'll average 12.
No. You average.
Yeah, average like 12 to 15.
12 to 15.
Yeah.
Is it 12 or 15?
12 to 15.
No,
over a
okay,
span of
I know. Is it 12 or 15?
over.
I'm a bookie, so is
So over 12.
what's the over under?
Over 12.
Over 12?
Yeah.
Do you know the person who won the?
I would say, bro,
Powerball.
where are we going with
Wait,
this?
did you win the Powerball?
That's why he has.
What?
That's why you have tenants.
No, I have tenants for other reasons.
Oh, I know them reasons. But wait a second, you won the Powerball?
No, I didn't win the Powerball.
Wait.
It is like 10 minutes away though.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you live in Northeast now.
I know. So the better
I'll
question
say,
is,
I'll never say it, but there'll be signs.
oh, so you go. So
Josh going to Five Guys. Let me get an extra burger.
that's disrespectful. So who you giving money first?
Who am I giving money first? How do we get here?
You got us here.
Who am I giving money first?
Yeah, if you won the Mega Millions.
My parents.
Next.
That's it.
Wow.
No friends get money.
Wow.
Which dancer?
I'm in the party that thinks the lottery is a curse.
Really?
I don't think the lottery is a good thing. I think you have to earn your money to know how to use it. If you're just giving it, you're gonna lose it.
Nah, me though. Give me that money.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I hear you.
Give me it.
Of course, like
you got to be real creative just to lose 400 M's.
dude.
Well, let me ask some NBA players because
Why do you think they're all broke?
let me ask Nicky.
Actually, no. If you look at the rates of like,
It's gotten better.
at this point, I don't know if NBA player if he hits 2 match deals, I don't know if he can go broke. It would take work now.
How many baby mamas he has?
Again, it would take work to blow through 300 plus M's. Back in the day when you see those rates, it would be guys who at their mats would be making like 80, 90 for their career. On paper, not and that's pre-tax.
So what do you say about Iverson?
That's way before. That's way before guys start getting paid. He's one of those guys. His career earnings are probably only like 100 M's, and that's pre-tax money.
Okay, I'll give you that because I was trying to think. I think I was too far. I'm trying to think.
It's
who's
not
the
about
comparable.
individual purchases though. It's the reoccurring purchases. It's stuff like you buy. Let's say you buy a yacht and you're paying $50,000 a month. It's stuff like that. Then the maintenance, and then let's say, okay, I have one yacht. I have one yacht in Monaco. I want another yacht in Miami Beach, and then I want one in San Diego Harbor. There you go. That's probably $250,000 every month that you're paying just in yachts.
And keep in mind, I'm only talking about a select like 10 to 15% of NBA players moving forward. It's not like the entire league is just completely unable to eventually go broke. But if you're telling me at the end of his career, Jason Tatum will be broke at some point, I'd have a very, very hard time believing that.
It just depends upon, once again, how many baby mamas he has. Bro, Cam Newton, if he didn't have his podcast.
That's 2 different levels of money.
Never mind. NBA money
Because
is
he didn't
different.
make, like Jason, even before he signs his next deal, off of just NBA earnings, has already made roughly, if I do the math, probably like 165, 170 M's. That's not including all his endorsement money. And he claims he hasn't touched any of his NBA money as well.
I call it cap.
All he spent. No, I believe it. He does a shitload of commercials and endorsements. It has lots of endorsements. And he's been public about saying, I tell my agent to throw everything at me. A lot of guys are like, I don't have time to do this photo shoot. I don't have time to do X, Y, Z. But I have play money when a lot of them are, twiddling their thumbs over summer, waiting until they get their next paycheck.
Income taxes, state taxes, property taxes. If you own 3 houses, you're paying taxes on all those different states. I could still see you guys going broke, even with like hundreds of millions in the bank. Let me put $1 million bet on I don't know, on KC to win the Super Bowl. Oh, they lose, there goes $1 million.
But that falls into the box of it takes work. Like
Does
that's
take
work.
work,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's you saying fuck. All right,
Drake may go broke the way he bets.
I almost made a bad joke. That would have got us canceled.
If you ever watch his like live streams when he's on stake, dude, that guy loses millions.
I literally think his bets are all fake, and they just
They give him money to play with.
Exactly.
That could be just fake money from stake. That could be another.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'll do this."
got Max Sweden.
All right. I'll let you take.
Yeah, you get to kick it off now.
Yeah, you can kick it off with that.
Thank
one.
you. All right, first topic. Following this. You're distracted today.
No, he gave me a message.
Okay, all right.
I didn't ask you guys a question on the front end, but I have to ask it now after hearing some of the stuff between the ad break and just plainly, individually. Why do you both individually love pizza?
Great question.
Fat boy question right there. We both love pizza and we both eat pizza all the time, and fat boys at heart. Yeah. I don't know. It's just always been like one of the best foods.
Yeah,
I think comfort.
I think it really is the nostalgia for me. Like it's like Friday nights, like after a football game. It's like hanging out, in high school late with your friends and like saving up enough money to all get a pizza delivered. It's like that's
post-bar
it's just
slice.
Like there isn't a more kind of like iconic sort of like food that is centered around so much like camaraderie between like groups of people other than pizza. I mean, it's the perfect like mass-produced shareable food that's readily available, and I think it's just like that does it for me. Like
pizza's totally a group food too.
Yeah.
You go
definitely
3-4 people, you're all sharing big old pie. It's good.
It's unique, it's unlike any other food that you really see that you can just go buy at wherever, chain restaurant or
All right, random taste story. I was broke one time. This had to be like fall break, my freshman year of college. All of the cafeterias are closed down. I literally had to bum a woman I was like halfway talking to at the time for some money. For some money, so me and my boys
I'm so sorry.
could get an extra large pizza, and we chowed on that for like 2 days.
yeah.
I about that was a very vulnerable moment you shared with us.
Hey, bro.
I used to
started from the bottom.
I used to be like a real fat like little kid, and I used to make my mom make me pizzas on English muffins for breakfast.
Oh,
In the morning.
I'm done too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's good.
hey,
it goes deep.
I made a Cool Whip sandwich one time. My mom
Where are we
wasn't-
going
Yeah,
here?
he was real deep in the trenches.
My mom was not having that.
Food alley. Yeah.
Fast. She slapped my hand. She's like, "What is that?" I said, "It's a Cool Whip sandwich."
All right, now back to some business stuff.
Wait, one more.
All right, get your bars off.
One more. No, it's not a story. It's a follow up.
All right.
So follow up to why you love pizza is you both individually love pizza. Pizza is a business. Do you both even do you get tired of eating pizza?
That's kind of a loaded question at this point because like I've been on kind of like a health kick lately.
Okay.
It's kind of embarrassing.
No,
like,
it's
more
not
like
embarrassing.
a weight. Is it like good for the brand though? I don't know.
When we
Like-
first started Ranch,
Like owner of famous local pizza chain loses 40 pounds. Like, what's going on? Why isn't he eating the pizza?
I gained 30 pounds the first month and a half
That's
we
true.
started.
Are you serious? God damn. No.
Yeah, we're just
It was a lot. We were drinking a lot of beer. We were eating a lot of pizza. We were smoking a lot of pot. It was,
Probably not
came
sleeping
on.
much.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. It was fun. It was a really fun time, but I gained a lot of weight really fast. But yeah, also long story short, like pizza, don't get tired of it. I still get pizza regularly from all places around town. People that come to visit, I reserve like getting ranch for my house for when people are visiting me because they're like, yeah, I want to go to your pizza place. Let's get it. So it's like a really fun event. I get to take them to one of the restaurants. Awesome. When it's just me and the family, we try other places around town. And when we first started the business, we used to have just market research Monday, which was basically both of our families going out for pizza every Monday, just anywhere else in town to try different pizzas. It was super fun, and still love doing that.
Do either of you have kids?
We both
We
have
both do.
kids.
Okay, do your kids ever like when you're taking them out, like they'll like try somebody's pizza, like this isn't like daddy's?
It hurts
like
more
to
when
think
they
that.
say this isn't my favorite pizza or this is my favorite pizza, Dad. Ranch is second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Is it Rowan's
It switches.
favorite?
It's Ranch is Rowan's
Technically.
favorite, my daughter's favorite, but it switches every week. So
Real.
Yeah, I don't know if we really get other pizza often with my kids, so they have like a purposely sheltered view to compare to. So
Yeah, I ain't mad.
They're gonna be like, "What's that round?
just it's
What is that?"
There's
Yeah.
a pizza that's putting a roof over the same house.
If you're gonna eat pizza, you're gonna eat this pizza.
The Matilda Clinton.
Yeah,
No, seriously.
but our kids are young, so they're kind of like they don't really eat anything. Like
Yeah,
it's a little ridiculous, and it's usually like the breadsticks. That's like what they go for.
that's all.
Yeah.
And Rich, I just really say I really appreciate because I think you also share the same sentiment where like we've had a lot of different businesses on here before and they like we're the best at anything. Where like I appreciate the authenticity. You're like, hey, like I'm still like a student and novice. I just love pizza. So I just want to say, as a pizza connoisseur, I appreciate you saying that. I really do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
It's real.
I don't think it's like impossible to pick the best pizza. I think you just have so many different versions of it that like the more the better, and that's kind of the approach we've always had. Like community. Yeah. So.
No, I just have a business related question real quick. With us being in such a digital era these days, as two people who work in the food industry, how much effort and time do you have to put into marketing, especially when it comes to like social media now?
We are cavemen.
It seriously
There's
feels like
nothing.
that. Like we feel, yeah, we've been lucky that with Ranch we haven't felt like we've had to have a real robust and like dialed marketing platform because I don't know, maybe it's Portland, maybe it's just pizza or the food industry in general. Like people will find you and kind of do that for you with social media now more than before. Social media was kind of like the main way that people found out about stuff, and it's great because then you don't really have to become good at it at all or really worry about it, and you just kind of like post a picture and gain followers. You don't have to worry about like posting at the right time or like search engine SEOs or whatever. It's like people will find you. But like a lot of things we talked about as we grow, that could change and evolve into something. And like we've also started this like side coffee business now that we're having to like kind of take that side of it more seriously. And you definitely feel like an old guy. I definitely feel like out of touch when it comes to that.
Yeah,
So,
even from like 5-6 years ago when we started with just an Instagram account, and like before we like actually started the business, we spent time thinking about Instagram. We spent time thinking about like what are we gonna do with marketing. And it's a completely different landscape now than then, and it's also just fully over our heads now too. Like it's changed a lot.
Yeah,
I think.
That's very interesting because we have to worry about SEO all the time. Doing YouTube titles. I'm like, all right, let me compare this with this video, and I'll just brain legions and just like, why did this get more views than the other thing to get views? Right. So I think the archaic word of mouth is still like king and supreme. Like, and I think there's like levels to that, and I feel you because my product is speaking for itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard for me to tell like how much the metrics on that sort of stuff, however you evaluate it. I know there's ways to, I just don't know how they do it. Like how much it actually translates to like customers through the door.
So like what's the conversion between like engagement versus actual purchases?
Exactly. And we have been lucky to where like sales on a larger scale, on a company-wide scale, have always been in our favor. So we just haven't been forced to really take the time to like learn to fully take advantage of that side. So it's just the way it goes. Yeah.
Well, before the interview gets more and more fun, because we gotta be professional, because you kind of can see that.
The Play No Games podcast. I just want to start off saying God is good all the time and all the time.
God is good.
Man, some historic stuff happened this past week. I just want to give a special shout out first to all the non-believers, all the people that put money on that Third Eye Hotep and that hookah smoking pig, all the people that told me that they had the best backcourt and that my team wasn't going to be prepared for that jump in quote-unquote competition. this one's for you. So, hey, y'all want to pull up real quick? I think we deserve some champagne.
You know, I'm not gonna.
I waited a long motherfucking time for his damn ring.
I'm not gonna turn down.
We popping champagne like we won a championship game, huh?
Hey,
All right.
I won about $600 off this damn.
Woo!
600?
Yeah, it's gonna pay for my hotel. Well, at half of my resort in Cabo.
Okay.
Oh, dang, Cabo check. Whoa!
That's how you pop it.
That's how we pop it.
Or just like talking about what happens when people go through layoffs and the I'll just say the identity you lose because, and obviously you don't have to say where you worked, but what was it like going through being told you're being laid off?
It was, for me, I felt very blindsided, but there was something energetically. I'm a very like energy driven person. I don't know if y'all can relate, but I'm like, I know when something's weird.
Yeah.
I can sense it
Yeah.
as a highly sensitive person.
Okay. Are you tapped in?
Yeah. That's what we're doing. But yeah, like I knew something was weird, and there are a couple things that happened over the course of that time, and surely enough, that happens. The words came out and they pierced the air, and it was just like, oh shit. And it's interesting because like you put so much of like your value and your purpose tied into what you're doing, because I think as creatives, like it is very emotional for us. It is like what we're doing for most of the day. We're in the business of like, you know,
Something.
yeah, and like working with people, making sure that like everyone's understanding each other, everyone's like on the same team, and then like being removed from that and being like, well, that's not what my day is gonna look like anymore. I think that was the hardest part, was just like the shift of like the routine to like now not knowing what that routine's gonna be, and being like, well, now what? What do I do? It's a blank canvas. And it's funny because it's like when we're making something as creatives, it's like we always work with blank canvases, right? It's like that's what we're like kind of trained to do, to like navigate the ambiguity. But somehow when it becomes intertwined with like our identity and like what we see as our purpose, which is like our craft, our work that we're tied to, it just like creates a whole different experience. So it was just a lot of like, you know, kind of going through sadness, loss, grief, more in that like, you know, change is hard. But I think over time going through that, started to like appreciate some things about that. Like I hadn't really taken time for myself in the past. Honestly, like I've been working like every summer. I was just talking about this at the front. I was like, I've been working every summer since like high school. I've been taking internships, I've been taking jobs, and I never have truly given myself the permission and time to take a break, like an actual break. Like, you know, like the one where like you come back and people are like, wow, you are just positively glowing. And you're like,
got your energy back, huh?
Like I haven't had that experience, that like reset for myself. And so it allowed me this, like the space in a way was a gift to like just kind of sit with that and to be like, okay, now what? Like there's so many different ways I can go. I thought about a career change. I thought about like really leaning hard into like building some sort of food experience, which I do a little bit of that now, which I can get into later. But yeah, it was just, it opened a world of possibilities for me.
No, I was really glad that you that you talk about that, because I don't think we talk about that enough, especially just, we'll just say, in this town. You know, not outing her. She doesn't do the example I'm using is not where she was working. So, anyway, or it's like the identity of Portland is I work at Nike. Nike's everything. No bad blood for anyone who works or do anything like that. But I know Nike just had those big layoffs and just thinking how many people lose themselves of like, I got the check rather than, maybe you've been with the strikes, but it's, but it's like, I'm just so glad that you're speaking on that because there's so many people who layoff means it's the end and they think it's the end of something when it actually could be the start of something beautiful. But
I think that's a huge kind of thing into what I was thinking. You said something that made me resonate really well. It's now what?
Yeah.
Like people in things and think of, okay, well, instead of now what? Now what's next? What's coming? What can I do? And I think that now what is almost like fuel to go into your passion, to go into more creative spaces, to go into things that you probably wouldn't have never done if you sat in this office for 25 plus years and retired from them. And don't get me wrong, maybe, but there's no now what. Now I can kind of channel myself in this process and say, now what? What am I going to do now?
Right.
Which I think is a powerful statement. Ultimately, I think it's a really powerful statement because you're challenging yourself.
Been just like arriving at the now what. Like there's that space even just before too, where you're like, I kind of need to embrace the discomfort in a way, and that like we don't want to be uncomfortable, right? We want comfort. We want things that feel safe, and so. Now it's like, okay, this is very uncomfortable, but I don't really have a choice. So I think, but I do have a choice. And like, will I choose to do like, how do I turn that into something for myself?
Yeah.
I think there's like a point, like I've been thinking a lot about like, been doing a lot of therapy, just like mind, body, experiences and just like kind of tuning into the body and what it's telling us and like slowing down and being like, oh, that's uncomfortable. Where does that like show up? And just like kind of sitting with that and acknowledging it, just noticing it for what it is. I mean, you probably know all about that, but yeah, it's like just the simplicity of like really tuning into that before like getting into the now what, like let's get into the plan and like figuring out like what I'm gonna do with that energy. Like that's the hardest transition because like you could just keep going and just like totally. I think it's like you need to get uncomfortable with yourself a little bit before you can get comfortable again.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.